Welcome. It's Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. Here's your boy Eddie Ed and my girl Kimmi Kim.
What's up, y'all?
What's good with y'all selves, goddammit? Today we're doing a dope ass show and it's near and dear to my heart. Always dope. Near and dear to my heart. We're gonna talk to my brother. He's not from another mother, he's from my actual mother, my actual brother. It's funny because a lot of times you see my brother, once we talk about him, he's always my brother, my sister, but sometimes they're like, no, that's my actual brother. So this is my actual brother. I always call him my little brother, my baby brother, but he's my brother. And we're celebrating his 40th birthday, and in celebrating, we want to talk to him about his musical exploits, the things he's done over the course of time, what he's doing now, and then what he's going to be doing in the near future. So I want to introduce you to some, welcome to others, my brother RJ Mitchell.
How y'all doing, everybody? Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you, bro.
I appreciate you for being on and giving us the time.
Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Happy
We celebrate this Leo season. That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Very special.
One time for the birthday, bitch. No, wait.
Okay.
I'm sorry, this ain't the same
see.
thing. Okay, so that's how we're doing the Sip and Spill. So we're gonna have a great time, and we're gonna dive into it. And again, brother, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Well, Kimmi, go ahead and take it away.
So y'all know we like to talk to our very own. This is real special for us. So I got to do a disclaimer like I always do. I usually like to do it at the end, but I'm gonna do it at the beginning because also RJ's wife is watching right now. So when I say Mitchell, don't come for him because I'm gonna pull up. Okay. With that said, why don't you tell us when the first time that you knew that you could sing?
Ooh. Okay. Well, I thought I could sing at like 8. And then my siblings told me I couldn't sing. I sound like a little baby goat.
Was Ed one of them?
Yeah,
Oh,
all of them.
damn.
All of them. They laughed at me, but it was good. It was like we all laugh, but they give me constructive criticism and they love me, and they're totally honest. And because of that, at a young age, I was actually able to make the adjustment.
Okay.
Like I knew right then, okay, nah, this ain't cool. And instead of practicing something wrong and getting wrong to do it, they told me right then.
That's good.
So it altered the course of like my career or how good I can approach things now. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't all bad. I could sit back and laugh at it. My feelings was hurt when I was a kid, of course.
Okay.
But I'm extremely grateful for it today.
Okay. So did it come from gospel?
Yes.
In church?
I had no choice.
Okay.
That's pretty much what it was. It was like that's what our life was.
Okay.
I could remember we was early morning service. It was like 6. I couldn't even remember anything. I remember getting up 6 in the morning and we had to be at church. And then we had breakfast after church. That's early.
Okay.
You have church first and then you have breakfast after church.
Yeah.
That's early church. And that's just the beginning of the Sunday. It was all day. But we have great background. We got a lot of musical, I got a lot of musical influences being in church. My dad is a singer. I grew up watching him preach and sing and kind of connect with the audience. My uncle, another mentor me, like just a godfather to me, Marshall Davis. I got a chance with him preaching and just singing. He's a singer as well. So it's another person I looked up to. Looked up to my brother. He's a singer. He started out singing, even though he don't sing now. He started out singing.
Okay, I just got it. So y'all hear that he said that Sip, aka Ed, can sing, So I just want to know if you're gonna give us a little something.
Ooh.
I didn't even know he was that talented. I didn't know, y'all.
I
didn't know he was that talented. I didn't know. Okay.
Believe it or not, he taught me a lot.
I think it was real nice of you to, give him a little prop. I think it was love.
As much as I like to hate on my big brother, I do. I like the chance to do it. But he's a big influence and the reason he kind of helped me, guided me. As a kid, he's just been like this. He's been right there with me the whole time. Like when he seen that I had an interest in it, he was like 100% from day one. Okay. So he's the reason why I'm doing it.
So he's your inspiration.
He's one of them. Yeah, one of my biggest inspirations.
Okay, who else is your inspiration?
Personally, I would start my dad, my brother, my sister, and my brother-in-law.
Okay.
It's my brother-in-law, David Foley. So, they kind of taught me. I was started out playing drums. I wanted to be a drummer.
Okay.
we transferred churches, we moved to churches. So the church I was at, one of my best friends, he was about my age, and he was a kid drummer. Then he had an older drummer, and I couldn't necessarily play the drums, so I was forced to like sing, and forced to be in a choir, and it was because of them, like their influence. Like, hey, do this, try this, listen to this. You know, just constantly putting me in the right places and telling me the right things, and it helped me. So
when did you branch off from gospel to more R&B and singing to, as we would say, the world?
Okay, well, I started off 12 singing gospel in the gospel group, but when I got to high school, you know, I listened to everything, and when I think that's when I realized who I was musically. It wasn't just gospel. And sometimes you grew up in something, you realize that's okay. Well, I don't know anything. This is what I am. But when I listen to different R&B or blues or anything else, or even hip hop, I love music so much. And even with them, like my brother, he always listened to different things. Even though he was in a gospel household, you know, it was like, I grew up, he was doing Jodeci and listening to Jodeci, and I'm sticking to him.
Ooh, yeah!
Yeah, I'm listening because he had an R&B group back in the day, so he inspired me as being his little baby brother, a kid sitting around watching things and just seeing him try different things and inspired me. It made me look at him like, oh, I want to do that, you know. So I've been always trying to follow like his footsteps. My dad, you know, sung, and I thought he was pretty cool. And then, like I said, I mentioned Marshall Davis, another preacher, as a stepfather to me. I thought he was super dope, you know, as a man and as a singer as well. So, and my brother-in-law, he was phenomenal. Dave was phenomenal. He still is phenomenal. But it was just like he became. This is my sister's first husband, and he played, you know, keys and sung, and they all joined the group together. My brother-in-law and my brother. He doesn't talk about this a lot. Okay. And, you know, that's a piece of him, but, you know, he don't really share it with a lot of people. He doesn't talk about it a lot. But that's a big part of why I even started even in the singing or the music journey. When I started doing groups because that's what I grew up singing.
Now, is there a famous singer that you relate to the most?
Okay. So, with my limited resources with music starting off, the person that taught me how to sing that's famous outside of them, I would say Fred Hammond. So I listened to a lot of Fred Hammond commission, and I pretty much studied him, tapes, and I had no TV in my room. My wife to this day, I'm not a TV watcher. We could not turn on the TV and she'll tell you, you know, like, I would not watch the TV. I would listen to music or stuff all day. And I just had a boom box and I listened to Commission, Fred Hammond, and that pretty much got me into it just early on.
So if there was any artist that you can pick, who would you pick that you would love to collaborate with?
Today, as an artist who I love collaborating currently, as crazy as it sounds, I would love to collab with actually T-Pain.
Because?
I like his writing style. I like his how he come up with songs. I just kind of like his style. That's just me. I think he's capable of doing a lot what people don't think he can do, and I think he's kind of underestimated. But as far as an artist, for me to collab with somebody and pick their brain, and I know what I could bring to the table, he'd be the perfect person for me to collab with.
Okay, now if you was not singing, what would you be doing right now in your life?
Honestly, I thought when I was a kid, it's funny, I wanted to be a basketball player. Okay. God didn't bless me with height, so I'm not the tallest guy in the world. That's what I had to pass for. I wanted to play basketball. I was a kid from Chicago, grew up born 1982, so I grew up in the Bulls era as a kid. So it's like, that's mega. You 12 and you watching, you know, so like that's what I wanted to do. But I honestly can't, I don't believe, I'm not made to do nothing else. It's nothing else. I can't imagine doing anything else. I mean, I don't think nobody who knows me and like just really know me or my friends or anybody that's been around me, they can't need to tell you like, oh, he wasn't doing this. They wouldn't be able to know. I don't think my siblings can tell you.
Yeah, I really couldn't. I don't know what else he just wasn't.
He was like,
so when you say RJ, it's just lights and singing.
Anybody
I just
know
don't see
me
him
like
doing anything else. He was just. I think he tried to do this working for the cable company one time. It was the funniest story where him and his guy took forever to do this, to wire this guy's house up. The guy was so mad, and it took him a long time to do
It's
it.
a blizzard.
He was so mad at them. He told them to take that crap out of his house. They had to come back and take all
I
that
feel like
stuff
2
out.
days in the blizzard on the roof doing this network. And I told him this story like the first time I did it. And I told him he laughed, when I tell you he laughed so hard. And it was like, he was like, man, take that. And it took 2 days. And for him to tell me I got to spend another day.
To take the stuff out. They took him 2 days to put it in. I looked at him, I'm like, no, this is what he was made for. But he was doing it. And I said the story. This is not an interview for me, but this is just me saying that I did this for his birthday. And I talk about it all the time because my brother and my son are like my truest inspiration of overcoming. Like they're close to me and I saw them, I can see them. Like I feel like he was one of my sons. And that's just how I treated him. And it's like I had to learn how to give that space of like, okay, he's not my son, he's not a kid, he's a grown man, he's my brother. But I saw him overcome and be like overlooked and undersized, and everybody doubted him. And it's like our family, we were the ones, we close people to you. Yeah. They the ones that crap on you and shit on you. They'd be like, I don't know. And I realized when I started what we were doing wasn't whatever. I saw him every day trying to work on his craft. And I looked at him, I'm like, when he said I used to sing, I just didn't have the passion he had for singing. I like to sing. I like to show up for the event. Like I'm a show up for the event person, but I don't want to practice. Like he be styled, they be practicing in the studio and practicing. I'm like, that just was so boring to me. And they love that stuff. Him and his boys would practice. So I'm gonna tell my part of the story. This is not interview for me, but I'm jumping in. I would see him when Tim and Tommy got together. It was like it was his boy. Him and Tommy, the guy you saw upstairs. When him and him got together in high school, it was like they took off. They were inseparable, and it was like they were the yin to the yang. They was going back and forth, and all this crazy stuff, and they just kept going. But he was 12 in his older brother group between me and him. Cedric's group, he had a group, and he was too little. He was 12. The other guy was 16. At that time, I was a grown man. I was with Dave and all those other guys. And Sam had a group with teenage boys, and Rob was there looking like, they was like hating on him, didn't want him in the group. And he kept singing, those guys like, we ain't got to practice. And him kept practicing, he brought his boy in. And then eventually him and his boy took over the group. And they was like, you know what, we don't need y'all. And they added Swift. And it was just a whole other thing. They went next level, them niggas started taking off their shirts and wearing nipple rings and stuff like that. They were doing B2Ks. It was, but that's but I saw him do that, and I was like, this dude is the epitome of overcoming doubt. Okay. Nobody was supporting it. We weren't crapping on him, but we wasn't all like, yeah, you can do it. We didn't see like, you got it. You got the glow, boy. Nobody do that. We didn't do that to him. We just like, all right, we'll see. Let him know how it worked for you. You know what I'm saying? And so that's my little story, and I'm very proud of him. And so that's my little spiel on that. I've always admired him. I was like his protector. I felt like I was a protector. I was always his advocate. I felt like he needed, like my sister protected me. I protected Cedric, and Cedric kind of protected me, but nobody protected him. Okay. I'm like, well, who's gonna protect the little chocolate boy? You know what I'm saying? We were all brown. He was chocolate. He was like, he looked like our dad. So I'm like, that's my little dude. Like, you know, I don't know, for some reason I just felt like I had to.
The best one was for last.
Yeah. Chocolate.
The best for last. Y'all know how Kimmi feel about chocolate.
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have a favorite song to perform?
Honestly, I really don't. I really don't. I do a lot of cover songs, and it's cool. It's nothing like performing your own. Okay. I do a lot of cover, like as a 9. That's like 9 to 5 cover music. It's like my 9 to 5 in the sense of music, and I make money. But it's nothing like performing your own thing, like, and then getting that reaction, people liking your music, because it came from your mind. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the greatest feeling. I started off, like I said, I did an R&B group, so I started off doing that, before I started doing cover music. So from going from that, feeling that satisfaction of people like, man, what's this? Oh man, I like that. So now you're doing, if I do Superstition, yeah, I mean, it's Superstition. It's been proven time that it's a great song. Stevie Wonder created that song, and I love it. And don't get me wrong, I like performing it, but it's not mine, it's his. So I already know in the door before I even open my mouth to sing it that people like it. It's that feeling of when you create something before you even know, like, you know, God gave you this, you put this in the atmosphere, how they're receiving it. And it's the greatest feeling in the world, when somebody receives something that came from you.
So today, watching you, this is my second time watching you perform live, and Ed and I was sitting there talking, and he was being, you know, the proud daddy brother, you know, but it sounds like, okay, but he can sing. Not sing, but sing, you know. And so they was like, y'all getting the crowd ready for, you know, RJ Mitchell, you weren't even in the building yet. But one of the things that I saw and I noticed is that when you began to sing different ranges, different songs, you could go there a different way. I love an artist like that. You're not stuck, you're not capped, you're not limited. And then people start pulling out their phones. Like, wait, it's like you having a little conversation, and then you hit them with that vocal. They're like, oh, what the hell? Yeah, let me stop. I start seeing people, I'm like, hey, look, like, okay, I'm like, RJ got it. I think that is awesome. So I, myself, was like, all proud, I'm all over social media. This is my bro, you know? I mean, when you give that feeling, that to me is a real concert. People be having that just right in their homes. You don't have to go nowhere. Now you perform here. Tell everybody else, where else do you perform?
I normally do, what I do as a day, on the weekends, I normally do a lot of events. So I'm with an event band that's called Gold Coast Events. We do a lot of weddings and events. I do Beach Space and Brunch at Tavern on LaGrange every Saturday. This is my event. I perform here, but I have a lot of other performers. So I would say I'm an entertainer, singer, artist, / promoter, entrepreneur, because I'm looking at it as when I'm walking into the embarking in 40. It's about just putting on the people that's with me. So I know so many dope artists, young artists, and I got a whole generation of cats that's looking up to me. And it's like, what could I do that when I was 20 and 25 and I needed the big bro to do? What can I do? So if I'm in that position, I'm trying to have platforms or situations like this, like the brunch. We do comedy, DJ, different Chicago artists. I got another thing. It's an industry night thing we're starting in September. So it's for all local artists. Okay. Do their original music. It's like a networking event. Imagine this. A networking event / talent show. Okay. / you know, and it's gonna be on Instagram Live. It's all for artists, and every week they could do a sign up, and they can win money, and they can get this stuff on the radio. So people from the radio stations gonna be there, and it's about original artists, about the younger artists that's really out here grinding. So even though I got a lot of money, I'm making a lot of money doing cover music, I'm not forgetting the indie artists, the people that's making new content out, and we're working both areas.
So if people want to reach out to you to find your music, or just to ask you to come and perform, or what is your handle? How can people contact you to get your music, download your music, or just reach you to get whatever information on you or check you out?
Best way to reach me, I'm on IG. IG is the move. Best way to do it is RJ Mitchell, MITCHELL _official. RJ Mitchell _official. That's a DM me. Any shows, anything like that, or you want to be a part of one of the shows I'm putting on. I'm also doing another project that we're about to start working. We're trying to launch at the end of this year, but we're really launching in 2023. It's like a block party event. Okay. So we're bringing different vendors together, different bands, different artists. I'm gonna try to get artists from out of town. We're gonna be outside, starting from 420 to Halloween. Okay. So we're gonna try we're gonna call it block party because we wanna probably be to Linwood. I wanna be in the South Side. I wanna be in the West Side. I wanna be in Oak Park. We wanna move, and we wanna have different vendors, food vendors, alcohol vendors, everybody there, and it's a networking for all of us to get together. All the aldermen and all the people that's in these communities for the community. Just so we miss that. I know We 80 kids, so I mean, I'm 80s, 70s. It was a time that was called a block party, and they shut your whole block down.
That's right.
And then you had the icy cups. We don't have that community anymore.
Yeah.
So that's another thing I'm doing as well. That's for all artists as well.
If someone wants to financially support you, buy your music, where do they find your music to support your music? If they want to invest in you or spend you some money, cash out, whatever, what information can you give them? Where can they find you? Or to just spend money with you?
And it's his birthday, so go ahead and drop your cash out.
You know what?
Because he's taking donations.
I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna do it because they told me to do it.
That's right.
I'm gonna be obedient. My cash app handle is $RJ Mitchell Music. MITCHELL Music, spelled the right way if you know how to spell it. All right, RJ Mitchell Music. That's the cash app. If you want to support, I'm on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, all of that. Good Vibes. I got an album out called Good Vibes, all one together. Good Vibes, RJ Mitchell, on iTunes and everything. And I got another single called Simply Beautiful. I dedicate that single to my mother. So it's called Simply Beautiful. It's kind of like a country kind of pop, soul kind of feel thing. And I got some new music I'm working on in the fall as well. So.
Okay.
So guys, listen, you look at us, local artists. We're from the Chicagoland area, and he's actually, he's traveling for years all over the country. You can reach him on his Instagram, and I don't know if you got a website you want to give him to.
We just do Instagram.
So Instagram, reach him on the Instagram and reach out to him, send him some cash out, give him a donation, because he had a whole family. They're building the business, they're doing all type of wonderful things. And then if you want to, book it for events, his live shows are amazing. Cover songs, original songs. Reach him on Instagram and the whole nine. We are originally from Chicago, born and raised on the South Side. I know that because of his brother. I was born and raised there too. So yeah, I really, again, we appreciate it. Kimmi, you got anything else?
I'm just glad you gave us the time. I know we're family and you got people waiting for you right now, so we love it. We love it.
Listen, guys, thank you so much.
Enjoy your birthday.
Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill out here with my brother again, RJ Mitchell. RJ Mitchell official on Instagram. Follow his music on iTunes, all those places you can find music. Cash App, he gave it to you. Go ahead and send him some bread and support him. He's here at the Tavern LaGrange on every Saturday for brunch. Him or his artist. His wife even performs too. She does great hip hop music and songs. She's really dope. That's Keita, my sister. I love her to death. She's in the building too. So just rock with us. Get down with us. Mitchell&Mitchell Sip and Spill. Kimmi, we done? Listen.
We done. We gonna have all his handles right after this when y'all get through watching the video.
All right, guys. We like you, love you, want more of you. Don't forget. It's been real and it's been fun. And every time we do our show.
Every time
we have an interview, we talk to great people. It's always, don't ever get it twisted. It's always real motherfucking fun. We out of this piece.
Peace, y'all.